Hi, my name is Maylo. Today I'm making Salmon En Croute for my entry into the Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts 2013 Film Competition Scholarship. First, you will need to lay out your pastry on a floured piece of parchment paper to let it reach room temperature before we can use it later on. First thing to prepare is the brown rice. I chose to make mine in a rice maker, so now we'll add in what makes this dish really flavorful. I went ahead and sliced up the portobello, and then I chopped it up into large pieces. I do the same with the shallot, but instead I dice it up into smaller pieces. Now we take 4 tablespoons of butter, a teaspoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of dried parsley, teaspoon of dried tarragon, and a dash of cayenne pepper. So now we're going to go ahead and melt the butter. Yes, Julia Child would be very proud. Now we can go ahead and add our ingredients: mushroom, shallot, garlic, parsley, tarragon, cayenne pepper, and we're going to saute them until they're just limp. Look at that sizzle go. Now you can start to tell when the shallots start to become clear. You can go ahead and remove it from the heat. Now go ahead and add it to your rice and fold it in so it's mixed very well. Go ahead and salt and pepper to taste. Next, you want to make sure you have a very sharp knife, because now we're going to go ahead and fillet the salmon. You can go ahead and ask your butcher to remove the skin, but unfortunately the one I went to didn't do that service for me. So here I'm just going to show you how to start it. It takes a little bit of time, but once you get the skin off, when it goes in that salmon en croute, it's going to be very worth it. Set your oven to 425 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and put it all together. Here we're going to season the salmon with salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, and then a dash of tarragon. Now we're going to go ahead and take the pastry that's been sitting out, that should be right about room temperature, reflour the surface, and we're going to roll it out to be nice and thin. This is going to ensure that it's going to wrap all the way around the salmon and the rice. Make sure you have a good enclosure. This is about how thin you want it. Now we're going to go ahead and scoop the rice mixture onto the pastry. Make a mound that's going to fill about the middle of it. And I'm going to adjust it and just make it so that it makes a nice shape once we wrap it. Go ahead and grab your salmon and just lay it on top. Leave a good amount of space on each edge. That will ensure that we'll have enough dough to wrap around. Create an egg wash with 1 egg and a little bit of water. Whisk that together, and then you're going to go ahead and take a brush and brush all of the edges shown. Now we're going to take each side and fold it over. If you need to stretch the dough, that's fine. Pat it down gently. I'm going to go ahead and do an egg wash on each end and cut it off to make a clean cut. Wrap it around, and then you're going to take it and you're going to gently flip it over onto a pan covered in parchment paper. Here's me taking a creative design out of some extra dough, making an M, which could stand for Maylo, but I'm going to say it stands for mmm. Go ahead and brush the top with more egg wash, covering the entire surface. I'm going to install the M now and also cover it in an egg wash. You need to make sure you cut slits. This will ensure that the heat can escape while it's cooking and it won't blow up on you. Set your timer to 15 minutes. While your salmon en croute is cooking, go ahead and fix whatever side you desire. I went ahead and chose to do red pepper that I'm dicing up, and I'm also going to slice up that yellow squash and then dice it up at the end as well. Once that is finished, I went ahead and sprayed a pan with a little bit of oil, and I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to saute it gently. Definitely do not want to overcook my veggies. I like it firm and fresh, and also it keeps the color really bright. Look at that, beautiful. Now for the béarnaise sauce, juice some fresh lemon juice, and you'll need 4 tablespoons butter, 1 tablespoon white wine vinegar, 2 egg yolks beaten, 3 tablespoons heavy cream, 1½ teaspoons lemon juice, 2 tablespoons dried parsley and tarragon, a dash of dried mustard and cayenne pepper, and 1 teaspoon minced shallot. Melt your butter, add your shallot, go ahead and stir that up a little bit, and then add all of your ingredients. You're going to want to go ahead and stir this constantly. It's not going to take very long, and once it's finished, it's going to be a nice thick consistency. Now it's time to drizzle on the béarnaise sauce. That looks simply amazing. This dish is honestly not very hard to make. There are a lot of steps, but it is definitely worth it. Make sure to use plenty of herbs, fresh ingredients, and enjoy the process. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. That was me making salmon en croute stuffed with brown rice and portobello mushrooms topped with a fresh béarnaise sauce. Today I chose to side it with red pepper and yellow squash. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this now, and I hope